Let's continue. Pathfinder 1 or 2? I don't know. I'm not sure which exact rule book this one's based off of. Hi, Muck, how are you? Hello, Orville. I am good. How are you? My solution so far is tell people that they are stupid and that they should die. Chaotic is a weird path. If you guys haven't met my team, we got Mukluk. Sela is one of the NPCs. I have her wielding a shield the size of a door. This is Shulk, descended from She-Hulk. She likes to smash people into the ground. This is Darren. He's very annoying. He's a pretty boy cleric. He's also part of the story. This is Noxie, the green-haired gnome, and she whines a lot. This is Loranity. She lacks all sense and fashion, and is cursed with the tall, thin genes of the Dutch. Her words, not mine. This is Chip, the saber-toothed tiger. This is Wojtek, the bear. And this is a pocket raptor. This is Noxie's pet. And, yeah. So here we go. I think I want to buff up for this area. So, let's start by casting Barkskin. And Raptor aspect on the party, so we all get faster. Let's see. Bless. Enlarge person on Shulk. This is our strongest offensive spell, is basically make our damage dealer the size of a house. And then Mage Armor... Now, it was pointed out to me on YouTube, and it was absolutely correct. Mage Armor does not stack with the armor I had, the physical armor I had on the bear. So, there's no point in me continuing to do that. What's the duration of this? An hour. Okay, we're gonna do this. This is resist arrows. Perfect. Tapping the quick save. Let's go, hopefully kill people. Looks like the Hell Knight continued to fight the gargoyle even from the air. They both fell to the rocks and perished. Oh my god. So a gargoyle picked up a Hell Knight into the sky, and the Hell Knight killed it, then they both fell to their death. That's pretty hardcore. Now the Hell Knights are what they sound like. They're knights, but they worship like demons and devils and stuff. But they were in trouble, they called for help. We could have let them die, but here we are. From the mountain, you see a raided camp and two groups of warriors, one wearing white and yellow armor, the other in black. They are led by a tall man in white priest robes. Some of the warriors glance around fretfully, their weapons shaking in their hands. You hear the screams of gargoyles from above. The beasts are approaching the camp.
Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Paralictor, your people will have to cover us while...
2 more minutes left out in the open, and neither you nor I will have any troops left to order about, Crusader.
That's a halfling. That voice you're hearing is coming from someone 3 feet tall. It's like Napoleon.
But the wounded...
Retreat to shelter.
He said problem solved. Oh my god! Well, I guess there's no more wounded anymore. If the man has anything further to add, his words are drowned out by the shrieks of gargoyles as they fall from the sky. Now, gargoyles are made of stone. They are not easy to kill. The Paralictor will lead the unit to shelter. We need to get through to them. Push through to the cave.
I see blood. Blood!
Oh boy. Alright, Loranity, sing me that song. What's this guy's name? Darren. Say a prayer. Greater Magic Fang on Chip. That's why you buff up first class. Look at this guy running, he's scared. Literally, he got feared. Alright, he's dead. Okay. Any loot? No. Okay.
Let's hear you
Run him down. Good evening, Mugget Chat. What's up, Danson? Grab the loot. The sight before you is at once macabre and picturesque.
The GW2 videos, but really enjoying the variety portion of the streams. Thanks.
You're very welcome. I'm glad some of you share my love for multiple games. Guild Wars 2 is my jam, chat, but I do like the other things as well, and I'm glad some of you share that with me. A lifeless couple, a man and a woman dressed in white and yellow priest robes, lie on the ground surrounded by the bodies of dead gargoyles. They are tangled in death, the claws of the monsters are tearing at the human clothes, and the largest gargoyle's talon has pierced the man's chest and punctured his heart. But before they died, he or his companion defeated the enemy. Suddenly, the woman opens her eyes. She doesn't look at you, but stares up at the world wound's horrific red and black sky. Her pale lips open and she exhales abruptly. The sun will never rise again. Even the sky here is cursed, and we along with it. Yaker, walking in the front, steps over the man's body without looking, but turns around at the sound of the woman's voice. The Mandevian faithful break too easily. Oh, if all Mandevian devotees broke easily, I would be much happier. By the way, hold on, chat. I logged into this game earlier, and I saved it. I did something stupid to see how something worked that I was curious about, and then I reloaded. While doing that, I got a Steam achievement called a Spark. One of your companions is attracted to you. Where will it lead? I think it's this dude. I have been sassing this guy, and I think he likes it. And I didn't realize it was flirting. And I'm ashamed to say this is the second time I've accidentally flirted with a man in a Pathfinder game, and I didn't realize I was flirting with a man in a Pathfinder game. Unfortunately, most of them have good health, unconquerable will, and a never-ending desire to moralize. Darren is jeering, but looks at the wounded woman with hesitation. He shrugs. She is not just wounded, I could see the signs of severe exhaustion. I wonder what happened here. Good. Heal the woman. You need help. You'll feel better now. The woman pushes you away with a weak gesture. Expend your efforts on someone who can be helped. Leave me. My crusade is over. Yo, you're above 0 hit points. I can heal you. What happened here? I'm a priestess of ardent Sarenrae from the Order of the Sunrise Sword. Next to me is Ashes Strayer, or head of our Ardor. Sorrowful pride sounds in the woman's voice. He's led our forces on raids to the World Wound many times, but this campaign... The gargoyles attacked a few nights ago, a vast number. We've never seen anything like it. Ashes organized our resistance with great skill, but while the monsters were distracting our fighters, a small group of them raided the camp and took our supplies. We were left without food and water in the middle of the World Wound, where it's nearly impossible to find provisions. The number of times would be higher if not limited to Pathfinder. No, because I don't go outside. We shared the last crumbs of our supplies and set off back the way we came. Everyone was suffering from hunger and thirst. We grew weak and could barely fight back when the gargoyle struck a second time. They snatched many of us away. I saw the pain on Ash's face as he counted the losses, but he managed to rally us. We continued our trek and soon came across traces of a recent battle. Someone had destroyed a troop of demon worshippers. In our desperation, we decided to follow the strangers, to warn them of the gargoyles and seek their help, having no idea they were Hell Knights. But we received only scorn. Every gulp of water in my unit is accounted for, they said. They spared us 2 flasks and a sack of dried bread. They said we were allowed to keep the sack to use as bandages. 2 flasks between all of us and a sack for bandages. Hell Knights! Sela curled her fists, almost grunting through her clenched teeth. I'd rather ally with flesh-eating poisonous wyvern. What happened after? The gargoyles attacked. Despite how the Hell Knight Paralictor had treated us, Ashes endeavored to help them and had us carry their wounded. But that monster had them slaughtered. Ashes was beside himself.
Wow. If I had a nickel for every time I accidentally flirted with a man in Pathfinder, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I understand that reference. But that monster had them slaughtered. Ashes was beside himself. It's difficult to conceive of such evil. He told our people to go with the Hell Knights to find shelter while he stayed to cover our retreat. The woman exhales softly. He was a strong cleric, but as he treated our wounded, he neglected himself and he paid for it. Your commander can't be helped, but you're still alive. Allow me to help you and come with us. The woman looks at you wistfully. Why? So many deaths, so many sacrifices, such bravery. All for what? No, I will not go with you, stranger. My commander and I will die what we live for, compassion and nobility. I don't want to keep fighting for a world that bows to such laws. May the goddess forgive me. Farewell. She closed her eyes, exhausted. Yaker shakes his hand. Commander, I'm not one to advise you, but you're wasting time on this fool, and the gargoyles will soon be back. That's the usual tactics. Fly up, regroup, attack again. I'm not going to my unit. I'm going back to my unit now, and I'd advise you not to stay here long either. Oh, she did.
Up with your head!
I will see to your demise.
Into the fray!
Pocket Raptor, come back and jump on this.
Run them through!
Cover me.
Oh, we got more. Laura, sing! I've said it already. I need the song of your people.
I require rest.
Give me all the loot. Picklock, 75% chance. Come on, Laura.
I'm the best.
She's the best, she says. What is this? Even after the attack, the tents of the Hell Knight camp are lined up neatly, looking like they're ready for a parade. Seems like they were more prepared than the good guys. Lore Nature 17. Mukluk's checking it. Demonic energy polluted the earth, creating tumors filled with poison. 45 experience gained. Okay. Wait, there's something back here I missed. Oh, the lady that died as I walked away. How do I get... Oh, here we go. Alright, wait a second, so Sela. We want the person with the giant shield in front. Into the cave. Muck, what headphones are you using and would you recommend them, or are you planning on upgrading soon? I love these headphones. This is the second one of these I've gotten. If you do exclamation PC, it's got the exact make and model on it. I would just tell you, but I don't remember. But I've got it. I've got a link to it. Actually, Rude Chip just linked it. Just check that right there. That is both the model and a referral link if you wish to use it. Do I talk to Regill? I'm gonna tap quick save.
Knight Commander, I presume. Your glory precedes you. I am Regill de Reg, Herelictor of the Order of the God Claw, and temporary officer of the joint unit of Hell Knights and the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. The gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
This guy's so matter of fact. I kind of like it. Is there a timed quest in this game? I've been told that yes, there are a few things. It's like when you get the freedom to move around the map, there are a few things where you need to do those within a set amount of time or they run out of time. Like save this guy before he dies, stuff like that. He's under attack. And then there's a few, like, if you end Act 1, then anything you didn't do before that, you cannot do after that, some things like that. But honestly, it lends it to where it's got a lot of replayability. Plus the fact that you could play it as evil, good, lawful, chaotic, anywhere in between. Like this guy, clearly, probably lawful evil if I had to guess.
A Paralictor indeed. Impressive.
Are you in command of this unit? Oh, no? Then step aside and let me discuss the matter with the commander.
You know, I have things to say to this guy, but you know what? Looking at the situation, we need to get rid of the gargoyles. Then we'll talk.
Agreed. Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the last one.
I need to turn my group around. How are they behind us? They can't land on top of us. We're in a cave. I'm trying to reposition to get, oh, my squishies in the right spots.
And grace.
Let the attack commence!
Like, I get that they're flying, but them coming down from the sky when we're in a cave, kinda, eh? There's a mobility check here. I'm guessing it's like to jump across. Not something I wish to do right now. I didn't even have to use a heal there. Dude, we crushed it. Oh, no voice acting for this one. He gracefully stows his weapon and places his hands behind his back. You two, check the area. Mark any potential shelters that offer protection against aerial attacks. Quartermaster, inventory the remnants of the camp. I want to make sure that the gargoyles only abducted people and weren't interested in anything else. Send messengers immediately to our scout squads and order them to return to camp, and I need a full list of casualties. The sooner the better. Chat, this guy, is experienced. I owe a pet ship. He turns to you and nods slightly. Commander, your arrival was well timed. Now I can finally talk. I'm quite interested in the events that occurred at the Great Garrison, and I suppose you have questions for me as well. What are the Hell Knights doing here within the borders of the World Wound? The same as you and your army fighting a war against the demons, the Hell Knights have always been a part of the Crusades from the very beginning. We don't answer to Queen Galfrey, and we act on our own authority, but we serve the common cause. Daskari's spawns have no place in on the world we want to build. He barks out the final words. Funny, isn't it? Knights clad in black armor have been fighting this war from the off, but most people don't even know it. The face of the Crusades is a Mendevian paladin with the sword of Eomade gleaming on her gilded armor. In that respect, my cousin Galfrey has a real flair for propaganda, I must say. For the Hell Knights, the World Wound is just one of several targets. They expend much greater efforts on book burning and suppressing slave uprisings. Yes, their order sent reinforcements here, but Mendev has always borne the brunt of this war. What does Paralictor mean? I'm the commander of this unit, and in Order's hierarchy, I'm 2 steps lower than its leader. In the territory of Mendev and the World Wound, there are few who equal my rank, but I am the most senior Hell Knight officer from many leagues around. What do you want to know about the Great Garrison? I'm watching a YouTube video of yours. When you have Sylvanas on, you look like Gabe from The Office. I didn't see The Office, but here's Sylvanas. Any shift in the balance of power during this war has a direct impact on my mission. If a new player appears who is capable of fighting demons effectively, then I am ready to support that person with all the resources I have at my disposal. He speaks pensively as if talking to himself, but naturally, I cannot blindly trust a stranger even when marked by the gods. You have every reason to doubt. I don't trust strangers either. So we understand each other. Thank you, Commander. He nods, more to himself than to you. Is there anything you'd like to know before we move on to more serious issues? What are you going to do now after the gargoyle attack? I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you see here is only a small part of the forces. As for my long-term plans, that depends on the results of our conversation. Before we move on to serious subjects, I'd like to address an organizational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Yeager steps forward and salutes with a clenched fist to chest. Paralictor, permission to report. During the first gargoyle attack, I determined it necessary to leave my post. I swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. The reinforcements were much needed. You will earn a double salary for your resourcefulness, Yeager, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. Okay. I mean... yeah, alright. He's gonna be using that double salary to buy some ointment. Young Knight grows a little pale, but immediately salutes again. Yes, Paralictor. Yeah, evil. Don't forget he abandoned his armor. I'm pretty sure that might get him put to death. I'll say nothing. Regill, who has watched you closely through the entire conversation, nods to himself. Now for a more delicate issue. You, Commander, were interested in our dispute with the Knights of the Order of the Sunrise Sword, correct? Their forces in Kenabres suffered great losses in the demon attack. Another leader has perished and his troops are in trouble. They are reeling with no command structure. The Order will hardly be able to recover from the losses they've suffered. What are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but if I assume formal command over them, I'd be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. One or two might even become true Hell Knights. The rest will be put to good use as well. You've already shown that you will easily sacrifice these people and use them as living shields for your precious knights. I won't let that happen. Let them join my army. At least I don't treat my soldiers as expendables. I'm gonna take the pompous road. Well, then we both have arguments to make. Let's see what the orphans say. The orphans! He's referring to the other army that just lost their commander as the orphans. Regill looks at the warriors in white and yellow, shifting cheerlessly from one foot to the other. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword, your leader is dead. What is this accent I've come up with? I've done this completely unconsciously. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Your leader is dead. The Order has suffered serious losses and will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendev to join another Crusader Order and hope that they don't meet the same fate as the Sunrise Sword. Or you may remain under my command. I will not promise it. What's up, Cezanne? How you doing? Or you may remain under my command. I will not promise it will be easy or that our war-making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this. Under my command, you will never again feel like helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. Does that mean we've worked off the precious resources you spent on us? The water, medicine, and bandages, yells one of the knights in yellow-white. I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage. The initiates of the Sunrise Sword consult with each other for a time, and then one of them, a young woman in knight's armor, steps forward. Your methods of warfare and your treatment of your allies goes entirely against our ideals, Paralictor. Commander Mukluk has already said to you everything that should be said. We've decided to follow the commander in his march on Trezon. As you wish. It's difficult to tell from Regill's face whether he's disappointed or not. Well then, Commander, let's proceed to the main question and then put an end to this exhausting conversation. We should discuss the cooperation between your forces and my own. We do share a common enemy and a common battlefield. An enemy of my enemy. My army and I are going to Dresden to free the city from demons. You can join forces with us. He rubs his chin pensively. Dresden, an ambitious goal, but most reasonable. Imagine how such a victory would rally all the separate bands of today's Crusaders under one banner, and we certainly need a base of operations inside the Worldwound. I stand ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I would remind you that Hell Knights are outside of Mendev's jurisdiction. My unit and I will join your forces and obey your orders, but only for as long as I deem that our goals coincide. Hell no! We don't need the likes of these black armored statues. I don't want to fight side by side with someone who will slit my throat when I'm weak and wounded. You can't defeat one evil by inviting an equal but slightly more organized evil into your ranks. Sela? You've been drunk on the job twice. You are this close to Bram status. You're lucky your armor class is high. You need to stop talking. Slightly more organized than the demons. I would consider that an insult. It's a deal. Yes, Commander. My forces in Regill Derenge are at your disposal. Whoa, we get to use this guy? What is it? Oh, shoot. Okay, next time I'm in town, I'm gonna look at his stats, but it would ruin my party to use him right now. So next time I'm in town, I'm gonna check out what he's got. Okay, while we're in here, where does this is there any other loot? Okay, what's this mobility check go?
A trivial matter.
The skeleton of a man wearing armor from the time of the First Crusade. It's holding the skeleton of a child with strange proportions and animal paws instead of its right arm and leg. One of the mongrels? Magic ring. Ring of protection +2. +2 wisdom headband. No one really needs wisdom other than my druid. So I guess I can sell it. Why are you still here? We're still alive, praise Saren. Did you guys just see that? Watch him, watch him. Praise the sun. That's gotta be an Easter egg. That's so cool. I love it when games do stuff like that. I guess we're done in the cave.
Follow my lead.
Wait a minute. Oh. Wait, there's an area exit right here I missed. Hold on, come back. This wasn't here earlier, I don't think. Where is it?
As it should be.
Oh, there it is. Alright, so we saved them. That's cool. Just continue looking around. Traveling merchant, sure. I gave you Cliff Notes on Regill. He's a very high DPS dual-wield character with heavy armor and a barbarian-type rage. Okay, so I probably wouldn't use him then. Shulk meets that requirement for me, and she's basically a ranged melee with how much reach I've given her. What do you sell? I have the widest choice of merchandise. Right now I've got a fine selection of magical... Magic-ianal, mysterical spell thingies. Everything a wizard could want. By the way, could you advise me what would sell best in these parts right now? I have a choice of exotic wares from faraway lands, but there is a personal protection equipment and a whole arsenal of a hunter. Can you stock exotic wares from faraway lands? Noted. Seek me out on the roads with new goods to buy. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you could change what he's selling. That's medium, okay. Let's do bulk selling for the crap. I don't think I need that. Muk, since you played The Witness, have you played or heard of Baba? Only that it means Russian grandma. Not a game called Baba, no. Try using at Muck when he's not busy or gameplay. What? Oh no, I just saw it. You cannot travel. The Randity is too
Stay on
fat.
your toes.
Dang it. How much armor does she lose if I take this off? Lots. Fine. Dang it, Laura, you're so difficult. Alright, rest up. So when Laura gets just a tiny bit tired, she's over encumbered from her own armor and she can't move.
As the others.
You're also not as much of a jerk as I thought. For an arrogant, immature, self-absorbed man-child, of course.
I would take the gear off and put it back on to get the world map. Yeah, but then I'd have to deal with it again in just a minute anyway,
That
so...
is not far.
Might as well do this. There's an argument to be made for Moth, though. Like, if my army on the world map still had movement points. Okay, so that dead ends there. Alright. Do I have any recruitment stuff? Yes. Yes, we do. Alright, so where's our army? Let's get more resources. I'm confused. Why is this not working?